Here's to whiskey kisses, the peaty taste of sin.
Greetings, Whisky Folk. Welcome back to Drinking Out Loud. My name is Adam Bradshaw, and it's time for the official Whisky Folk review of the Glen 2012 from Signatory Vintage. This is edition 43 from the 100 Proof Edition series, and we had this at our second ever Signatory showcase here at Whisky Folk just a little while ago, about a week and a half ago at time of recording, and I'm here to tell you how it went down and how our club scored this whiskey, what flavour profile they gave it, and give you my impressions as well, tell you just a little bit about it. We'll keep it short, we'll keep it sweet, we'll keep it simple. If you want to learn more about Signatory, check out my other videos, and keep an eye out for an upcoming video in the new year where I'm actually going to sit down with Andrew from Signatory and have one hell of a conversation with him. Alright, so, particulars. It's part of the 100 Proof series, so it's, guess what, 100 Proof, but British Proof. Not American proof, so it's 57.1% alcohol. This is a first fill bourbon barrel expression, which feels oddly rare for Signatory. The vast majority of what they're offering right now is sherry cask, so it's nice to have a little bourbon cask one to offset that a little. And it's one of my favourite distilleries. I love a Glen. This is a distillery rarely found here in British Columbia because it's part of the Singleton family. Singleton as a brand is actually 3 distilleries in a trench coat pretending to be one. Depending where you are in the world, it's actually a different distillery that goes into Singleton. If you're in Europe, and here for some reason, we get the Singleton of Dufton. Glendullan is the more common one in North America. I'm not sure why we get the European one, but Glen is almost exclusively reserved for the Asian market, where it's quite popular. I think it's quite different to the other two. I personally really prefer Glen over the other two. So much so that I'm almost looking at my air miles to see if I've got enough points to go to Japan, just so I can buy a bottle of Singleton of Glen. That's not the only reason. I kind of want to go back to Japan for many other reasons. Ramen, history, culture, you know, all of that. But yeah, love a Glen. It's from 1830s. 1830s. I'm going to check my notes. Yes, 1838. Hey, nailed it. 1838 is the year that Glen came out, and that makes it quite actually old for Scotch whisky distilleries. There's not that many that predate the sort of massive boom in the 1890s these days. So it's fairly fairly rustic, set in its ways. I, flavour profile-wise, put this in the same category as Kleinlich and Tinnick. It has, I think the best expressions are when you can taste the distillate itself. I think a lot of flavours in the distillate are very pleasant and don't want to be hidden too much behind wood. So I wouldn't want a first fill cask to be older than 12 years. I think that's about the peak of where I'd personally want a Glen in a first fill, because I want to taste those wonderful, weird, waxy, herbal, grassy notes that Glen is known for. Yeah. So, have another dive in myself, make sure I still agree with my previous assessment. Yeah, it smells bloody good. Getting this lovely sort of the classic sort of biscuity, malty flavours that I would expect, but this nice sort of lemon peel in there as well, which is nice. Maybe not lemon peel, maybe like a lemon herb, like a lemon verbena or like a lemon myrtle. But yeah, that sort of smells lovely. And I would taste it argues even better. I would taste it argues. You can tell it's not my first whiskey of the day. I would argue it tastes even better than it smells. So, first of all, do I agree with the Whisky Folk score? Not exactly. I would score it slightly higher. But the Whisky Folk official score, because my score doesn't matter, it's about the club's score in general, is 4.4 out of 5, which is a pretty damn good score. I think this is a 4.5 whiskey personally, but I'm just one person and my opinion does not matter because I am just one person. Flavour category wise though, I think our club nailed it. This is absolutely a quintessential malty and dry whiskey. So talking flavour profiles, we in Whisky Folk, we use the date broom approach. We split it into 5 profiles. So we've got fresh and floral, fruity spicy, malty dry, rich and round, smoky and earthy. I think we changed the name slightly, but the concept's about right. So being malty and dry, you'd expect pecan, cereal, bread, cookie, honey, those kind of flavours. Yeah, absolutely. There are other things happening, don't get me wrong. It's quite a complex whiskey, but that's definitely where the majority of the flavors are sort of heading towards. Yeah, like I said, beautiful, beautiful whiskey. And I learnt my lesson from the last Signatory tasting or the first Signatory tasting even, well, both really, where we kind of ran out of almost everything after the tasting. There wasn't much left after. So I did order a little heavier on certain products, and this is one of them. So we have this on the shelf right now in store, and because it's just after the tasting, it's a featured whiskey. So Whisky Folk members, which many of you watching this video will already be a Whisky Folk member. If you're not, you can sign up at strathliquor.com. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you get savings instantly. You get 5% off of all whiskeys, but a featured whiskey, you get 10% off. This was already a bargain at the full price of $121.65. But with 10% off, it's $109.49, which makes it an insane bargain. And we have, at the time of recording, 10 bottles left, and they're up for grabs right now. If you really like Kleinleich, or you like those Kleinleich heavy compass box releases, for example, this is a beautiful sort of slight twist on that style. And I thoroughly recommend it if you like cask strength Teenage Highland bourbon cask whiskies. Yeah, there's nothing too shocking and surprising here. It's just a really good quality rustic malt. All right, I'll see you on the next video. I've got 7 more to record, so sláinte.
Your